1 minute late today. I got yesterday's makeup on. Because I'm still a mess. I don't have my glasses on. They're over on my desk. But I didn't want to go, like, I twisted my ankle this morning. So I didn't want to go running over to my desk to grab my glasses just to come back over here to grab my coffee. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's not like a bad twist. I don't need crutches or anything. It's just annoying, you know. It's one of those old people twists, you know, where, like, you picked your leg up and it came down on the ligament wrong. But, like, you didn't do anything wrong. It just happened to land funny. One of those. Yeah. Anyway, coffee in hand. I'm going to head over to my desk. Look at this. Look at this cat. Hang on. Can I do this one-handed? Look at this cat just hanging out. Hi. Do you like the microwave? Hello? Hi. Yes, baby. You're so sweet. If I put this down, you're not going to knock it over or burn yourself, are you? Can I? There we go. Hi, baby. Oh my. Okay, you were like, hey, I was not done yet. Okay. That's Brizzo. Nice hair. Hello. Thank you. Good morning. Ice compression, elevation, NSAIDs. Yeah, I took NSAIDs earlier today. She was just so hanging out there. She was just watching me make my coffee. Did you see that, Seisha? That's why I love cats. I love other people's dogs. I do. But I love my cats. Hello. Hi. All right. I'm going to get this up here. There we go. Good. And then I got to share the link. She's so cute. Thank you. All right. I need glasses. Okay. I'm going to share the link and get my people here. Hello. Good morning. There it is. Hi. Hello. Oh, hi. I guess you're done with the microwave now, huh? This poor cat last night, I don't know what time it was. It was like 7 o'clock, I think, or 7:30 or something like that. Anyway, she jumps up on my lap. Not a big deal. She spends most of the day on my lap most of the time. So she jumps up on my lap. And I take a couple minutes to like get adjusted and like make sure there's room on my lap for her and stuff. And then a few minutes later, she's like shaking. And I'm like, what is going on? So and I go and I pet her for the first time in a few minutes. And she's soaking wet. I'm like, what the world? What happened? My daughter had decided to give her a bath. Just for no reason other than she was taking a bath and she just decided that the cat needed one too. But then she didn't dry her off. So she let the cat run off soaking wet. Always remember, you all are awesome and have a nice day. Ayat, thank you so much. Alex, good morning. I started my morning by blocking people. I am warmed up for the trolls. Nice. Ugh, Poor kid. I know, she was shivering so hard. So I'm like, I went upstairs and I have a microfiber towel that I use for her when I do give her baths. So I wrapped her up in that and kept her on my lap to like help warm her back up. How are you? I'm doing good, thanks. My voice, on the other hand, is not. I just finished an edit. I'm going to go back to bed. Dana, that sounds like the best plan. How are your allergies? They are calming down. Zyrtec is doing its thing. But now I've spent so much of the past few days coughing that my throat is just mad and angry at me. I'm new. What's your channel concept? So I'm a ghostwriter. Hi. And I help people write and publish their books. Most of the people in this chat are authors. They are not clients. They do not hire ghostwriters. They write their own stuff. Although we do have a few editors and writing coaches in here as well. But I help people write and publish their books. And so this particular live stream every day is to give people a chance to pick my brain, pick someone's brain, ask a question that might help them with writing their book or marketing or editing or something like that. Yeah, Connie's newsletter last night, and she did a paragraph about me. I was super smiles. Oh, Alex, that's awesome. What's my latest book is called Write Out Loud, How to Get Over Your Fears and Finally Sit Down and Finish Your Book. Have I written any gay erotica novels? I have not. I have ghost-written erotica novels that include some gay experiences in them, but none under my own name. I don't write erotica. I'm not an erotica author. I'm currently writing an adult Western romance novel. Could you proofread it possibly? Possibly. Send me an email when you are at the proofread, Naomi@helpmenaomi.com, and we'll see if I can help you then, okay? Hello, Dale. Daily What Time Live. I try to aim for about 9 o'clock Central Time in the United States. Will you be writing any gay erotica novels in the future? Probably not. I'm not an erotica author. I do write fiction books. I do. I'm just not published. I'm just not a published fiction author at the moment. I love nonfiction. But I do write fiction. I am writing science fiction. Can AI kick away ghostwriters? No. In fact, I think it's funny. I was thinking about this a couple of days ago, that the only people, like when you go through all the different channels and all the different like feeds on Facebook and the ads and whatnot, there's a whole bunch of opinions on AI, right? There's a ton of opinions on AI. It's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, right? Excuse me. There are some authors who are all about like embedding AI into their entire process, right? And they're using AI for all kinds of stuff. They're using AI to bounce ideas off of each other, like kind of like if you're in a writing group, they're using AI to help them generate ideas. They're using AI to help them reword or rewrite certain parts of their process. Things along those lines, right? Like it's completely enmeshing AI into their creative process. There are people out there who are like, you can make all kinds of money just using AI to write your books. Write books using AI, make money. Those people are not authors who are doing it themselves. They're not. If you watch what they're doing, like watch those videos carefully. When you watch those videos, you'll see how they pretend it works. And they'll pull up a bunch of authors who are not using AI. They'll just say, look, this author wrote this book and they sold this many copies at $7.99 a piece. And that means they made, X thousands of dollars. And you can streamline that by using AI, right? And then you buy their $27 course or whatever. But they're not authors and they're not doing it. And they're not showing you their results doing it because they're not doing it. That's number one. Number two, I'm in an association of ghostwriters. There's like hundreds of us that hang out daily in this ghostwriting group. Not one of us has seen a single ghostwriter saying, hey, I bet we could use AI to write books for our clients and like streamline our process that way and make more money. Not one, not a single ghostwriter. And you would think that of all the different writing and authorship sides of that industry, if anyone was going to find a way to take AI, generate a book with next to no human creativity needed, and sell that story and make tons of money, it would be the ghostwriters. Because that's what we do. We help you write your story. Not a single ghostwriter recommends sit down, grab a story that's generated out of AI, and then sell it to a client. Not one. So if the ghostwriters aren't doing it, and the other people aren't showing you their process and how they do it and how much money they're making, and all they do instead is like point at these like fake statistics saying, oh, well, this author makes X amount of dollars, and you can one up that by adding AI. How does the pay structure work for published works? So it depends on how you're getting published, and it depends on what the contracts are. If you are traditionally publishing and you go through an agent, which I always recommend that if you're going to go traditional publishing, go get an agent. Always. I always recommend that. But what'll end up happening is that publisher will create a book deal for you, right? And you'll sign a contract, and they will, depending on the contract, they may pay you in advance. What they do is they pay the advance to the agent. The agent takes their cut and then pays you the rest. And then after you pay off the advance, because that's an advance, so the royalties at first will go to the publisher. And after you've paid off the advance, then the royalties, same basic split. The publishing house will pay the agent, and the agent will take their cut and then send the rest on to you. Typically. It does depend on your contract. It does depend if you have the agent. There are some variations in there. You may not have an advance. You may not have to pay off the advance. Maybe you only have to pay off half, something like that. Check your contract. If you are doing like a hybrid publishing, watch for those. I would never pay over a certain amount. Like I saw someone who was like, I'll publish your book for $14,000. And I was like, the hell are you getting for $14,000? So if you hire middle of the line or top of the line freelancers for every part to self-publish your book, at most, you're probably going to pay $6,000 or $7,000. At most. So what the hell are you doing paying $14,000 for? And a lot of the best hybrid publishers, you're going to pay them somewhere between $5,000 and $7,000. And their contracts mimic traditional publishers in that they're not making money unless your book is out there selling. And really pay attention on whether or not you have to buy any copies of your book. Because if your contract says that you have to buy copies of your book. That is not a hybrid publisher. That is a scam. Do not get sucked into those. Anyway, then if you're self-publishing, depends on the platform that you go to, and how you sell your books. So like, for example, you can go Amazon and choose between 30 and 70% royalties based on your price and stuff like that. But that split goes down if you go global, meaning if you sell your book into different markets worldwide. The split goes down because there's distribution fees and all kinds of other stuff. So you could end up not making as much money as you think. Definitely read it. Meanwhile, Lulu, you get 80% royalties, but there's a distribution fee if you use Lulu to distribute worldwide into other bookstores. So like if you go on Amazon KDP and you publish on Amazon, you might get you'll get your 70%. But if you take Lulu and use Lulu, you get 80% for anything sold on Lulu. But if you sell through Amazon, published through Lulu, Amazon takes a hefty fee. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So it depends on how you set it up. Good morning, Alexandra. Everyone's current reads minds Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban. I know a minister who admitted to using AI to write personal prayers for their congregation participants when they requested prayer. Good morning. Does gay erotica tend to pay better than other types of stories? I honestly don't know, but erotica does sell very well. Do you say AI created books can never create tons of money? No. What I said, however, was that no one who is in the industry in any way, shape, or form, not an editor, not a ghostwriter, not a literary agent, not an acquisitions editor, not a publishing house, none of them are saying that you can go with a prompt, head over to ChatGPT, give them a prompt, get a book written, go publish it, and make all kinds of money. Not one of them. There are those of us who have said you can incorporate AI into your process, into various parts of your process, but no one inside the industry at all. The only people who are saying you can make a ton of money off of a completely AI generated book with almost no human creativity added are people who aren't doing it. They're whatchamacallit, the bro marketers. They're not the ones doing it. The ones who are making money off of you who want to make money. Not to mention the ad gets paid out in chunks. The advance gets paid out in chunks at certain milestones in the process. Yeah. Can I suggest a good micro niche? I think any micro niche could be good if you know your market. You got to understand your market. You got to understand how big that market is. Excuse me. And if you're trying to go traditional publishing, you don't want to go micro niche because traditional publishers stay away from micro. They want the big, broad appeal. So it really depends on you. All right, Joe, do you have a serious question or are you just here trying to troll? Because I'm not the one to troll, okay? I'll answer your questions, but if you're not going to be serious, then go bug someone else, okay? Hello, little duck. How are you? Yeah, that is true. Cozy romance, cozy mysteries, they're really taking off right now. Good. How are you? I'm doing great, thanks. I'm getting over allergies, so I'm coughing up a storm. What genre would you recommend to start a career? The one you like the best is usually the best one for you to start in, because it's usually the one that you've watched the most movies in, or watched the most TV shows in, or read the most books in. So it's usually the one that you are able to recognize a story structure in. So it's always best to start in that same genre. What genre do you like to read? Yeah, like Dana said, yeah. Cozy horror? You know, I am intrigued. When should I ask for a developmental editor? Trying to work on chapter 2 and I couldn't find a solution. Okay, Sabrina. The best time to ask for a developmental editor is as early in the process as you can. That sounds ridiculous. I know, because how are you going to know? But as early into the process as you can, because they can help a lot of times work through a bunch of stuff. What you don't want to do is, like, you get stuck. You're on chapter 2. You don't want to get stuck. And then you trudge and limp for 17 chapters, and then you get a developmental editor and you have to undo and redo a bunch of stuff. You don't want to do that. So if you find yourself getting stuck and you're stuck at editing your chapter 2, then now would probably be the time that I would start looking to get that help and bring in that extra feedback. Enough your story. Mondays at 3. You're really tired. Me too. Time to put cozy horror up on my book lookup list, right? Same. I didn't think that was a thing. And now I'm so intrigued. Can we have a Discord discussion about this? I'm all for it. I am absolutely all for it. But I got to look some stuff up because I didn't know that was a thing. And so I don't even know if I've read any. Just heard about cozy horror myself. We were talking about it on Discord on Monday. Interesting. What's some advice you'd have for someone interested in writing a lesbian horror story? Oh, good. There's more. Is that Joe under different skin? Awesome. For which... Okay. Only have 4 subs. You're the prettiest girl I've ever seen. Do you have beauty advice? I'm not. Thank you very much. I'm not a beauty person. Hello? Which football club? I don't watch football. I have said your name before. I hope I said it correctly. You are beautiful, though. Thank you. Hello, how are you? How many subs do you have? Honestly, I'm not sure. I think I have, like, it depends on what you're talking about. YouTube is one of my smaller platforms. Someone, like, opened up the floodgates. Seisha, I'm sorry. I love your hair. Thank you. This is Seisha's fault, by the way. Seisha said, I am so ready for the trolls today. And they are making her prove it. 2.41. That sounds about right. Because, yeah, that sounds about right. Honestly, like, I used to check all the time. I used to go back and check all the time. I was obsessed with it. And, like, every time I posted a new video, I was watching and whatnot. And then I was realizing that I was spending more time looking at the analytics than I was doing real content and whatnot. And that's just not fun, you know. But YouTube is not even my main channel for like connecting with people or anything. So like it's easy for me to go live here, but since it's not my main channel, I realize like it almost doesn't matter how many subscribers I have on this channel, as long as when the people are showing up, I'm doing what I said I would do, right? Which is going live and answering questions. So I did. New really cute book out, Lola and the Trolls picture book. I'm going to look for that, Dana. It is her fault. Yeah, yesterday was your fault. Yep. You flood our chat and we can miss important messages. Yeah, I mean, the moderators do a pretty good job of clearing the chat. But yeah, sometimes we get overrun. Do I have pets? I do. I got this one right here who's sleeping on me right now. This is Brizzo. And then I've got Mona is somewhere. I think she's sleeping upstairs in my bed right now. Garlic and the Vampire's great too. That guy's name was low-key funny though. Kitty, yes. The Floof. Ember. Hi, Ember. So I recently learned about status among characters in a scene. I've been wondering how to use this technique to show the disparity in how one MC is treated versus the other 3 MCs. Who is my favorite person here? I don't have a favorite. Magic Indefatigable Girl. Hi, Sasha. I honestly don't have a favorite. That sounds something like what I say to my kids as a mom. You're my favorite boy. You're my favorite girl. I don't have a favorite. I love you both differently. I do love everyone here except the trolls. But everyone else I love. Everyone else, all for different reasons. Some for the same reasons. They're all amazing people. They're all amazing writers, and they're great to hang out with. Yeah, I love them. Trolls build character. Can I touch your hair? No. Home in bed for 2 days? I'm so sorry. Seisha, I'm everyone's favorite. I'm from Russia. Good luck and good health and happiness. Well, thank you so much. Sasha, I appreciate that. Same right back at ya. It must be late there, huh? Goodreads list of cozy horror. Over on the Discord? Cool. Thanks, Alex. Good morning. I'm not trying to seem cringe, but you have an incredible personality and come across genuinely quite intelligent and empathetic. Please protect this woman at all costs. Real artist. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it. How many allergies do you have? Just the seasonal, and it's new. I never used to have seasonal allergies at all. But these past couple of years, they hit me pretty hard. Other than that, I've got some weird little ones like bee venom and mushrooms, but not like a lot of others. Hello. Dale is reading one of these. I've decided to learn watercolor painting. You know what I want to learn? I want to learn how to illustrate on my iPad. You have pollen. Tough Cookie still showing up for the live. Yeah. Love how you say hello. Thank you. You read The Historian and was disappointed? Is that a cozy horror? I don't like that word. I mean, it's not a bad word, but I don't like it. I don't like having to say it out loud. I'm weird. I used to want allergies because I was the only one in my family who didn't, and I felt left out. You're not weird. How am I doing? I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you? This is about how Lola and the troll came to be. Fair warning, this article will make you cry. Hunting Dracula. It was done nicely, but the book was boring. Okay. When she starts sneezing a lot, I know to take meds. You're making my hip fall asleep. I'm going to let you go. Hello, how are you? How much do you spend your time for sport? None. Kitty Cat says why, pretty much. How many kids do I have? 2. Why is your hair pink? Because I dyed it pink. Because it's not blue. I almost said that. I was thinking about that. How old am I? Why? Both my 60 and 70-pound dog have deluded themselves into believing they are lap dogs. Oh, no. You are loved, you're beautiful, you're kind, amazing, and just know no one's perfect. So when you have those doubts, think of this comment. Well, thank you. So, butterflu. Thank you. I sincerely apologize for what I said earlier that is drawing in the trolls. Keep it up, you got this. Thank you very much. Don't ask women their ages, it's rude. I don't know about rude. I mean, I guess sometimes. It just has nothing to do with writing or publishing. Like, that's not, this isn't a ASL thing. Hi, Sarah. Did you come to watch the trolls? The mods are kicking them. It's so crazy today. There's a lot today. There really is. What's this live about? Hi. I'm a ghostwriter and writing coach, and I'm here to answer questions about writing and publishing. So if you are thinking of writing a story, or if you are writing a story, then you have a chance to pick my brain. And hello. Still debating on resetting your laptop. Be kind and decent, right? Yeah. I love your hair. Thank you. Time for a nap. All right. Dana, have a great day. Thank you so much for hanging out today. You okay? Yes, I am. I'm wondering if I can publish the scripts for my audio drama in a book after the series has dropped. I think so. I mean, it really does depend on how you are publishing the series in other ways and where your publication rights are. But off the top of my head, I can't think of any reason why not. What's a good structure for interviews? What are you interviewing? Like, are you interviewing experts for something? Are you interviewing other authors for something? Are you interviewing readers? Like, what are you interviewing? Kind of philosophy, history do you enjoy, find intriguing? Pretty much any history or philosophy I'll read about. Tomorrow, what time? Usually about 9 o'clock. I try to aim for 9 o'clock. I'm sometimes a few minutes late. Central Time. Random people, to be honest. If you're just interviewing random people because you want to like learn their thoughts or whatever, then pretty much any structure will be nice. What I would say is try to come up with like your own, whatchamacallit, catch kind of thing, where like you can ask them a bunch of questions about, say, their profession, right? Because since they're going to be random people, there might be different questions that you can ask each one of them. But then like have your last question be something like, oh, by the way, I got to ask everyone this question. Do you like Brussels sprouts, right? Or something kind of off the wall like that becomes kind of like your signature. That sounds interesting. So if that's what you're going for, that's the only advice I have for you. I don't have very much more advice than that. I love how your cup says, write without fear, edit without mercy. Yeah. Because so many people worry about writing and they're like, I can't do the story in my head justice, or I'm picking the wrong words, or my writing doesn't look like good writing because it just looks like my writing or something like that. So they get themselves all stuck in the writing and they never finish. And it's like, just write, use the words in your head, just write. They're going to be bad. They're going to be ugly. They're not going to be the right words. And then you go in and you snipe them with editing. 9 a.m. Central. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Knowledge never ends. Oh, it does, but how are you? I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. At dawn we write. Yes. I'm back. I'm the girl from yesterday. Can you get the Baby Yoda in the background, please? Which one? I've got so many of them. You're from Bangladesh? Interesting. I want a mug with a writerly saying, but I don't drink coffee. Drink tea. Hello. You're so pretty. Thank you. I'm your big fan. The big one. Well, I think the biggest one is actually, hang on. I think this one is the biggest one. But this one sits on the other side, so you can't really see it from this angle. I love your hair. Thank you. The one with the crown? I can't go pick up the one with the crown right now because I got a cat on my lap. And if you think I am lying, here's my cat. But yeah, that one is, I can't remember where I got that one from. That one was a gift. Let me see the cat. She's annoyed at me for picking her up. She just wants to sleep. Hi, Kyra. Cat is so pretty. She is. You love Baby Yoda? I did not mean this collection was a complete accident. Do you see Falcor? This collection was a complete accident. Most of these were gifts. Like, when The Mandalorian came out, all of my friends were like, you love Star Wars. You're going to love The Mandalorian. And I was like, yeah, I will. And I did. I like The Mandalorian. And then all of a sudden, that year, like, everyone who knew me was sending me Baby Yoda gifts. And it just turned into a collection without me even trying to turn it into, like, I wasn't trying for it. It just happened. Am I in America or England? I am in the United States. Yeah, that's my book talk crown. It doesn't fit my head very well, though. Like, it's so round, and my head is not that round. What part? I'm in the Midwest. You're in England? Well, then it's what? It's in the afternoon for you, huh? I love how you had to point out my first favorite dragon. Falcor is amazing, right? You're in Ireland. Ah. You are a writer? I am. Please don't ask where in the U.S. Midwest is all you're going to get. $3.43 in England. Nice. Good morning. What's up? Time is it here? It's about 10. Almost 10. Can I have a shout out? It's 3:44 in England. Hello. This isn't a shout out chat. Where did I get my glasses? This little, it's Family Eye Care down the road. You asked a question, a few comments up. Did I miss it? I'm sorry. Oh, serious question. How do you write when you don't have a dedicated workspace at home? I can't afford a co-working space. Okay. So, before I carved out this little corner of this room, because this is just a corner of the room. Like, it's this little, like, 3 foot by 3 foot corner. It's very small. Before I carved this out and made this my dedicated writing space, I would just use the same space wherever it was. So, the one I did not like was the bed. It's the only one I do not like, and I would not recommend. But pretty much anywhere else, if you go, for example, if you have, I know, Kat, I know, you're annoyed, but I need to adjust here, okay? So I'm sorry. Just give me a minute to adjust, and I will lay you back down, okay? But let's say, for example, you have a sofa. Then when you sit on one side of the sofa, that's your writing side. Anytime you're going to sit on the other side of the sofa, you don't do any writing. for example. So if I would have my laptop, and I would always use the left-hand side of the sofa, because on the left-hand side of the sofa, if I was writing, that's where the end table was. And so that's where like my drink could go, and like whatever books I needed for the time or whatever, I had it right there. And anytime I wanted to sit on the sofa, but I wasn't writing, I would go sit on the right-hand side of the sofa so that I wouldn't accidentally trigger that like I wanted to train my brain to go into writing mode on the one side of the sofa and not necessarily on the other. I don't like the bed for doing the same thing because the bedroom is still, for the most part, training my brain to sleep in there. My brain already does not like to let me fall asleep. So anything I can do to help associate that room more with sleep instead of working, I try to do that. With let's say you've got the kitchen table. Let's say you don't have a sofa and you've got the kitchen table. Then I might sit on one side and that be my writing side. And so I bring out the laptop and I set it up on that right side and I do my thing. Maybe it's the long side or something, and I do my thing. But then if I'm going to eat, I will sit on the other side so that I'm not associating the other activity with the writing side of the table. So it's not quite dedicated because you can't keep other people from using that side when you're not there, but it's dedicated in the sense of all of my writing is done in that space. So the getting ready of the thing becomes kind of like a commute. It's like a psychological commute where you can get yourself ready in the same way as if you had a dedicated writing spot. I love your hair. Thank you. Forgot what you wanted to ask. Your head is foggy. I'm sorry. Does that help, Alexandra? I write and craft in my room. You can still use the same thing. That might actually be, Ember, that might actually be an advantage because the room itself is just filled with creativity. But maybe you can split part of it. You can use the same room, but maybe when you sit on this side of your crafting table, you're crafting. And when you sit on this side, you're writing. I mean, I don't know how you got it set up, but something along those lines. I wish prosperity and happiness for you. Thank you. That's very nice. Have a writing desk and a crafting desk. Same. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, great. Glad I could help. I have a desk in my room, but it's not spacious enough. That can be hard. I am entering this part of my life, and I don't know how good it's going to be or not, but I'm entering this part of my life where I'm like, does this do everything I need it to do? No, it's going in the garbage. Like, seriously, I've got so many boxes downstairs of things that I'm like, I need to donate these. Like, so many that I'm just running out of space. So now things are going to start hitting the dumpster really quick. And then, and I read Casey Davis. Love Casey Davis. By the way, if you don't know who Casey Davis is and you ever feel bad about yourself, like as a person for not being able to keep up with all the things, go find Casey Davis. Seriously, go read her. I read her book on audiobook. It was freaking amazing. But the way that she gives you permission to be like, you know what? Those clothes that you've been hanging on to because you wanted to donate 4 years ago, it's okay to throw them away. Like, you tried to do the right thing. You can't because of this reason, that reason, and the other, or whatever. And now they are just like this reminder of your failure and blah, blah, blah. And you're letting them beat you down, and you don't just stop. And I was like, oh my God, because I have so many clothes. I still have bags of clothes from when my daughter was like 3 that I've been meaning to donate, and I can never get out. Needed to clutter my office. I woke up late, so got to take care of puppy's needs and clean up every time I look at my phone. Mass cleaning. Hello? How do I start writing? I'm 13. I have loads of self-doubt because I dislike my writing. Any wise words to help? Honestly, most people dislike their writing because it looks like they're writing. And they think, for whatever reason, that writing isn't good until it looks like someone else wrote it. Like, because they think in their head that they are so new. Like in your case, you're like, I'm 13. In your head, you're a 13-year-old writer, and ergo, your writing looks like a 13-year-old wrote it. So then when you read a book that, by the way, was written by someone probably twice your age, who then had a team of editors go through it, and a whole bunch of other people fix it before it hit your bookshelf. Like, let's not forget that. But you're comparing your writing to that. And your best writing is going to be your writing. Anyway, the best writing that I've ever read is when the author is so enmeshed in their own comfort zone that they can't see anything else. They can't hear anyone else's voice. And their voice comes out, and that's the most authentic voice you're going to have. But most of us, we always kind of hope that because we're such avid readers, because we love storytelling so much and we've read so much, that for whatever reason we have this expectation that when we start writing, our words are going to look like this great writer wrote them, not like we wrote them. And they should look like you wrote them. Like, it absolutely should look like you wrote them. It should look like your voice. It should look like you. It should not look like someone else. Everything else is going to come. Better storytelling is going to come as you grow in the profession. So how do you start writing at 13? Start writing. Like, get your favorite app. Start storytelling into the app. Use dictation if you have to. Pen and paper, whatever. Whatever you have to do. Write it down. Just start writing. Desk is huge, but it's got so much I have on it. I have to clean out the closets in the basement of the old clothes. So many bags of clothes, right? Are you a writer? Yes, I am. I am a ghostwriter, an author, and writing coach. Thanks for telling. You're welcome. All right, y'all. I am going to go, because it is about that time, and I am out of coffee, and my cat is making my legs fall asleep. As a musician, I tell beginners the same thing. Experts make mistakes all the time, but they get edited out. Keep on telling them the truth behind the scene. Yeah, we're all screwing up. We're all screwing. I like to say all the time, I tell people, and it's so controversial. People don't like it when I say this, but I tell people there's no such thing as a well-written book. They're all well-edited. Whether you edited it yourself, or you hired an editor, or a team of editors, or whatever. Those books that you read, they're all well edited. They've all been put together from editors and the authors, but none of them, not a single author, has ever sat down and just let the words flow from their head and then hit a bestseller without any editing at all. Never one. I do have pets. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you have an amazing day. Go get all the words written, and I will talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay? Bye.